My topic, simplifying onboarding and training using advanced automation. Just want to give you a little bit of information about where I'm coming from. My company is a growing startup, a SaaS startup in hospitality. We have over 23,000 accounts, and we touch over 156 global customers. The team that I'm with is a customer success team. We are split off into three segments in the customer success team: professional services, which I'm sure you're all aware of; training and support, which is a team that I'm director of; and the customer success managers. Now, some of the challenges that we face, which I'm sure everybody here faces, in terms of onboarding and training and managing customers, are scale. As we grow as a company and as our user base grows, we have problems with scaling regionally in terms of languages, time zones, in terms of customer segmentation, and a growing product line. We also have issues with making sure that the customer is getting information in a timely fashion and communicating that effectively. Are they able to learn about enhancements, feature updates? Are they able to onboard quickly with the new products that we're launching? And are the customer success managers able to distribute that information effectively? And then there's also the issue with engagement. Even though they join a webinar, or even though we get on the phone with them and train them, are they actually engaged in the product? Are they using it on a regular basis? Do they actually understand the value of the product? And are our customer success team members able to optimize that and offer best practices and really understand and track that engagement? So all of these issues are problems that we all face, and I wanted to find some solutions to be able to make that a better experience, not only for the user, but also to make it a better experience for the team, so that we can set ourselves up for success as well as for the customer. So some of the solutions that we've been able to come up with really vary, actually, depending on the tier, the segment that you're in terms of a customer. We tier our customer base, tier 1, 2, and 3. And obviously, tier 1 are the more strategic customers, higher MRR. Tier 3 are the customers that get a more automated, less personalized process in terms of launching and onboarding. And depending on your segmentation, you might get perhaps a personalized webinar. We usually do most of our training virtually, sometimes in person. But perhaps you're a tier 3 customer, and you might just get sent a link to join any regularly scheduled webinar. So that's usually how you're going to get trained on the product. You also have some other options, like maybe watching a training video, or reading a guide, or some sort of help desk article, which is pretty standard across the board. But as we started to look at some other ways and options for our users to get onboarded and trained, we started to see that, first of all, we've got a ton of tier 3 customers. That's like a larger, that's the largest base in terms of our users. And we needed to be able to sort of automate that process. We needed to be able to scale and automate that process. So we started to look at solutions such as certification platforms. And this is a great way to onboard new users. This way, you don't really need to contact our team, but you can just get added into the system, go through a certification video, for example, answer some questions, pass a quiz, and then get certified. So that was one solution that has been very helpful. But another solution that we found that was very, very helpful and has been highly successful is an interactive guidance solution. So this is a tool that sits within our application that an end user can just click into a menu, type in a keyword based on any of the features in the application, and then get a guided step-by-step walkthrough real time within the system. And this has been super helpful. We've gotten great feedback internally and externally from this. And in fact, our team has ranked it as a top initiative in 2014 from the customer success team. And the results have been pretty phenomenal. When we launched this interactive guidance tool and automated technology, we decided to launch it when we changed and revamped our user interface. And that meant that we had a whole complete different navigation and dashboard when you landed within our application after you signed in. And we thought, okay, normally we would have had a little message pop up in the app and maybe have a link to a training video or a complete guide. And that was pretty static. That was, maybe they might click on the link, maybe they might learn a little bit more. But with this interactive guidance, we were able to set it up so that as soon as a new user logged into our system and saw the new UI, a walkthrough automatically played for them. So they had an option to turn it off if they wanted to, but it just set them up for success in terms of onboarding them to this new navigation and this new dashboard. So they were immediately taken through a step-by-step process, and this was all done in less than 30 seconds. So we found great results with this. Normally whenever we would launch any new feature or enhancement, we would have an increase in support tickets. Well, I did some analysis on that and comparisons, and our support tickets were reduced by 30% based on a previous feature enhancement that we had. We even link walkthroughs to our support tickets now, which has definitely increased the awareness and the education in terms of the end user. And it has increased our engagement as well. We've noticed month over month as I track the plays on the different walkthroughs within our application, I'm seeing a 40% increase in engagement. And it promotes self-learning. Coming from the training team, I'm always wanting to track, are users actually looking at our videos? Are they learning anything? Are they engaged? Are they reading the articles that we spend so much time developing and all these customized videos that we spend so much time recording? And this way, I'm able to see that they are getting in there and looking at this content. Because it sits right on the application, they can just click into one widget, type in a keyword, and right away be able to learn on their own. And because of some of the analytics that I'm able to see and track from this, I actually have better visibility into our user experience, especially in terms of learning and adoption. Normally I'd have to go to the data team or the product team to get some usage stats, but this way I can do it myself, and I can track, I can see exactly what features, what segments of the application they're most interested in. And from that I've been able to identify FAQs. So I'm also tasked with putting together all the documentation, our help desk articles, videos that might be necessary in the future. And because I'm able to track what our users are looking for through this system, then I've been able to build out way more effective documentation. And I can build out frequently asked question articles, et cetera, more videos, because I know that all of them are looking, these top 10 subjects that they're looking for every time they play a walkthrough. And then even our sales team has really come to us internally and said, we really use this, we highlight this as a benefit when they're doing their sales pitches. They highlight the fact that we've got this sort of automated walkthrough system in the application, so it's a very easy way to onboard and train users once they sign that contract. And a lot of our potential customers have said, wow, that's really cool. I've never seen anything like that, which gives us a competitive advantage. In our space, that, to my knowledge, none of our competitors have this sort of tool that promotes this self-learning and early adoption. So for all these reasons, I want to continue to look into automated technology and these advanced technologies for our team. I think we can use them for feature announcements and maybe link to some of these walkthroughs and link to other resources that we have available to our users. I want to use it for internal onboarding. I feel like the methodologies that we use to train our customers, we can also use internally. Whenever you have new hires come into your organization, why not learn in the same way, just as if they were a new user to the product? And also I think that we can use these solutions for localization. So as we build out our localized content, we can start to have walkthroughs populate and take a user step by step in whatever language they need. I think that there's also an opportunity to use solutions like this for onboarding for new products. What I mean by that is you can set it up so that when you think about a tier 3 customer that you want to automate that sort of process of onboarding, you could send them a link that will just tell them to go through all these step-by-step walkthroughs and then track where they're getting stuck and track their progress. And then obviously the user behavior analysis. I think that's sort of the next step, being able to identify where are they getting stuck, being able to identify, okay, what features in my application are difficult for them to understand, where are they struggling in terms of where their mouse is going and where they're not able to get from one level to the next. So all of these reasons and all of these topics are things that I'm going to look at in the future for more automated and advanced technology, and all the while really just so that my internal team can be successful and in turn have our customers be successful. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much. Jose, come on up. Thank you. So we have a couple of minutes for questions. Adele, if you could stay up here as well, we'll have questions for both you guys. Anybody have a question? There's the first one here.
I am. It's WalkMe.
One of our sponsors. Thank you, WalkMe. Any other questions? I know we had a couple more with their hands up here. Any other more questions than that? I saw see the numbers that Jose had up there as far as the predictives, and I had a lot of questions. Go ahead.
How's the customer satisfaction for your automated replies? So we've only just started with the automated replies, and what we're providing is a link in order to let people, so it's very early on to be able to tell you that. You know, quite frankly, I think that sometimes some reply is better than no reply whatsoever, but we'll see. I don't have an exact answer for that right now.
Any other questions? All right, so thank you very much to Jose and Adele thank you.